This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, double check you're still subscribed to the channel. Double check your notifications are on. If you hit that like button, double check it's working properly. They are working overtime to suppress the channel because they're terrified of more people becoming aware of all the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. Listen, Grayscale is taking the gloves off when it comes to the SEC delaying their spot ETF that's going to include XRP. And I did a video on this a while back. The SEC approved the conversion of the Grayscale ETF into a spot ETF that included Bitcoin, Ethereum, I think Solana, and of course XRP. And then the day after they gave the approval, they stayed the approval. Now, in my previous video, I told you guys, I said that somebody outside of the SEC with a lot of power got caught off guard by that approval, and they made a phone call and shut it down, okay? Because there's nothing you can tell me that's going to convince me that after they had all this time to decide yay or nay on allowing Grayscale to have the spot ETF, that after they did all their due diligence, after they did all their research, after they voted on it and then approved it, then the day after they decided, no, we changed our mind. That is not what happened. That is not what happened. Somebody got caught off guard. They did not know that approval was coming out, and they were so powerful that they could make a phone call and shut it down. And why would they do that? Because they did not want XRP to run. They did not fully build out their position yet. They want to scare out retail investors. But Grayscale is taking off the gloves. Grayscale is threatening lawsuits. Grayscale believes that what the SEC did was unlawful. And I personally, and I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell XRP or buy, hold, or sell this Grayscale ETF, but I have to agree with Grayscale. I believe it is unlawful. I believe that somebody outside of the SEC got caught off guard by the approval, and they were powerful enough to make a phone call and shut it down. And I believe a Grayscale lawsuit would probably expose who did that. It would probably expose who did that. But Grayscale isn't being that aggressive yet. They are just letting the SEC know that they believe the actions of the SEC by staying it after it was approved after a long due diligence process might be considered illegal. It might be considered illegal. Grayscale doesn't want to make an adversary of the SEC, but they want the SEC to stop the stay. They want to be able to sell their crypto spot ETFs to everyday investors. They want it on the NASDAQ. And I know the bad actors, they probably want it in the dark pools because that is how they really make their money, robbing and stealing from retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. The bottom line is this. The SEC should not have stayed the Grayscale crypto ETF after they had this long due diligence process, approved it, and then the following day they stayed it. It reeks, in my opinion, reeks of bad behavior. And I myself agree with Grayscale. I believe it was unlawful. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that the SEC staying the Grayscale crypto ETF after they had approved it might be considered unlawful to a court. Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.